go. Time to join all these segments together.
For this join, we are using the back loop only slip stitch method.
You can either do this joining from the top down or the bottom up. Just be sure to have your panels in the correct order for the design that you've chosen. So we're going to lay one on top of the other. You'll notice that it's the raw edge of the triangle that's going to be on top of these double crochet rows. And the other thing we need to do is aim to have these points connected at the same place. Because while we're joining, we want to work into every single double crochet that we made, it's actually a whole lot easier if we turn our work over and work from the other side. We've still got our panels facing front to front. That way you can work into every single one and the join will be really neat. And just before we get started, we're going to pop a few stitch markers in our work. Let's begin with the very start. And then working our way along. What you'll find is the center spine of these big triangles will coincide with the spine of the little ones. So to keep our work even and make sure that they line up, it really helps to have the stitch marker there. So here you can see we've got the spine of a large triangle and down here is the spine of the little one. So we line those up and pop a stitch marker in. Doing this along your whole row. Let's see where we go next. We'll use this red one and that lines up with the little black triangle. It just helps save time because sometimes you can be joining along and one side is tighter than the other and you will find you'll have to pull it undone to get these triangle spines in line with each other again. Now I'm doing this beginning corner with a very small hook because I've got a magic loop there which I can't get my 4mm hook through. So let's start with a slip knot. I'm going through both sides of the corners to begin with. Now popping that through, nice and easy. Yarn over, pull through both, and then pull the left hand stitch through the one on the right. Now swap your hooks out and go back to your normal size. Now I go back loop on the black side and underneath that chain 3 on the grey. Now slip the left stitch through the one on the right. Underneath the back loop on the black side, underneath the chain 3 on the grey, pulling the loop through and pull through the one on your hook. Back loop, underneath the grey, pull that loop through and through the one on your hook. Back loop, underneath the grey, pull that loop through and through the one on your hook. Now I pick up my work and I make sure that I've got about equal tension on both sides. I do a back loop here and pop it under the chain 3 on the grey side. Back loop, grey side, pull through. Back loop, grey side, pull through. Back loop, grey side, pull through. You just keep going along in this manner until you reach up to your stitch marker. You can get some speed up when you get on a roll. It's actually not too bad, this method. It's fairly quick. Just check your tension there again, making sure your work lines up so there'll be no puckers. There we go. We'll undo this stitch marker, take that one off, and then we have a look, and yes, we have the peak of that triangle which is in line with the peak of this one. So we go through the back loop, and then we go through the peak of the triangle behind. Yarn over, pull through. And there you have it. That's as difficult as it gets, which is not very difficult at all. Open this out and see how it's looking. Rightio. And I do think that's probably as good as we're going to get. So that's the back loop only slip stitch, but we're only back looping on this side, and we're working through whatever space we can find to make it nice and neat on the other. And here is my blanket all joined up. Oh, I love it so. It now measures 128 centimetres long and 109 centimetres wide. Now it's time for a border.